What is going on, YouTube, man? Y'all know who it is, Johnny here, JRTProductions, and today, man, I just wanted to have a little talk with y'all on two things. First things first, Mopar, if you have not already heard, has now released a Hellcrate. Now this Hellcrate is nothing but the absolutely amazing 6.2 liter supercharged Hemi motor that can now actually be put into another type of car. If you have an old school hot rod, you know what I mean, pre-1976 model a year car, you can have Hellcat power right then and there. Just drop in the crate motor, the harness kit, and everything. You'll be good to go. That's 707 horses. It's like it's effortless now, you know what I mean? So man, shout out to Mopar for creating that. A lot of people won't have a real good time with that, with being able to do that, because man, I mean, that 6.2 liter supercharged Hemi is a beast. And to be able to take a crate motor and drop it into any pre-1976 car is absolutely amazing. I think it's going to be great because it's going to just take a lot of things to the next level. So shout out to Mopar for that. Now, if you wanted to get this Hellcrate, you can purchase this Hellcrate for the very low price of $19,530, along with the engine wiring harness kit and everything. Ain't gonna, yeah, I mean, that's just what, 2,195 bucks. That's nothing. I mean, if you're gonna pay $20,000 for a motor, you might as well go and pay the extra $2,000 for the engine harness and everything like that. So yeah. Now, me personally, my thoughts on this, well, I already told you my thoughts. I think it's an absolutely great thing. So I really wish that if they marketed it differently, that, you know, they could have just said, hey, we got a Hellcrate. Anybody who wants this motor can have it. With that being said, that brings me to my next point of engine swapping. So when I originally had my V6 Challenger, I first thought, you know, like, man, this is a nice car. I love the design of this Challenger. It's just brand new. I mean, it was 2015, brand new model out. Everything's looking great. But it seemed like it always happens, every red light you pull up to, somebody want to try you. Somebody want to go. So aside from thinking about supercharging the V6 that I had, one of the other thoughts that I had was, hey, why not just swap out my motor, keep the car that I have, swap out the motor, maybe put like a 6.4 in there or 5.7, you know. So I started doing some research on like crate motors and whatnot, and to be honest with you, it's not very pricey. I mean, if you really want to compare, prices and I guess what it would cost you and everything, the price you be paying for the motor, yes. And then, you know, if you're skilled enough to put it in yourself, cool. If not, then hey, you can pay somebody to put it in for you, and at the same time you can still save money, you know, from, I guess, having to trade in a vehicle and be paying, you know, extra money, you know, for a car and a brand new loan and, you know, all this extra stuff. So I mean, these are things that I was thinking about, and I was like, man, you know, this might be a good deal. This might actually work out. I might be able to just swap out my motor, keep my car, pay it off, which was dirt cheap, y'all. I got my V6 for like 23, and that was brand new. Like, it only had 5 miles on it. So I was like, man, this would be dope if I could just like swap out the motor. So I started asking questions. I went to Dodge and I said, hey, what about if I take this V6, just swap it out and put the put a 5.7 in it or a 6.4 in it? Am I able to do that? And I mean, whether they knew what they were talking about or not, they told me, yeah, you could. I mean, you'd be paying a lot for the motor itself, but aside from paying a lot for the motor, then you have to take other things into consideration, like the suspension, braking, most definitely, Transmission, you know, it's probably going to be a little bit different. I don't really know all the specs on the different transmission for the different trim models, but those kind of things would come into play, because this car is by far the most plug-and-play car that I've had, the best plug-and-play car that I've had since I've been driving. And so that's been something that, you know, I was thinking about it, and I was like, man, yo, it would be really dope if I could just take this V6, just swap out the motor, you know. And back in the day with older vehicles, you could do that, no problem. But now with cars being as computerized as they are, you know, electronic and everything, it's not as easy. It's not as easy. And not to say that it can't be done, but it will be very expensive for you to do that. So for those of you who are out there thinking about, you know, the car that you already have, I mean, I was thinking from a financial standpoint, like, hey, maybe I could just keep the car that I have, pay it off, just drop another motor in it, and boom, I'll be done. So I mean, but long story short, I mean, after doing all the figuring and everything, I was just like, I think it's just gonna be cheaper for me to just go on and trade up. But anyway, y'all let me know y'all comments, you know, and your thoughts and opinions on that. So first of all, yeah, the Hellcrate. Let me know what y'all think about that, because I know sooner or later people are gonna end up buying this Hellcrate, and to be honest, I don't know, man, 20 grand for a motor, boy, that's a lot. But I mean, if you're gonna buy that and you have a 1976 and older type of car, then yeah, you got money to blow like that. I mean, it's a project car. You just, you know, Hellcrate it up and go. Be killing them. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about that Hellcrate. And second of all, let me know what y'all think about engine swaps. Engine swaps. Because it's not as easy as it was back in the day, but I mean, it can be done, but it can be a little bit pricey. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts. Anyway, man, I just wanted to share that with y'all, because it was, you know, when I got the news, when I heard about it on Mopar, it was like, wow, okay, well, this brings up an old memory, a thought that I had of something that I wanted to do, but I changed my mind on doing. So y'all let me know what y'all think, man. If this is your first time at the channel, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, like this video, you know, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff. If you're on social media, you can follow me on Instagram at JRTProductions3, which will pop up right now, and on Snapchat at J_rocks3. All right, so y'all make sure y'all be safe out here in these streets, man. See, I'm sitting here at a red light right now, and luckily I have no one beside me. Well, I got this guy beside me in a GMC, but he don't want none. So I'm about to get out of here. I got class. Anyway, man, y'all have a great one. It's Johnny with JRT Productions. Y'all hold it down. Peace.